Hello and welcome to Hot Dog and Handshake Classic Review Series. I am your host, Shane Price, joined by Jayden Ginswider, and I have just realized how you did that last episode.
Oh, man, whatever. I think you did an intro, whatever.
We are here reviewing WCW Halloween Havoc 1989.
Yep, it's spooky season.
It's spooky season on October 28th, 1989, for the 7300 in the Philadelphia Civic Center. Jim Ross and Bob Caudle on commentary for a runtime of just under 3 hours at 2:50.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually found out what the Outrunners were doing because they're supposed to be on a show in the last. It's supposed to be a three-way tag team in the last one, but I found out that they actually won the Chicago Marathon the day after, so they were too busy training for it.
Oh, really?
What did you see?
So this is actually kind of interesting because they weren't on this show. But what I found was, so it turns out the Dynamic Dudes are actually what happened when the government tried to clone the Outrunners. But the Outrunners' pure testosterone levels broke the machine. So the Dynamic Dudes did not come out as muscular and bulky as them. But yeah, so that's actually, they're kind of, sort of, the offspring of Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd. And it's weird because Shane Douglas is a clone of Truth Magnum. Shane Douglas crosses the line, get ECW. ECW is part of the inspiration for the Attitude Era. So we never get the Attitude Era without Truth Magnum.
You're right.
He's one of the most influential men in wrestling.
He is Mr. Attitude.
Yep.
Interestingly, he actually ran the Marathon as well as doing that too. What a decorated team.
Yep.
So I want to talk about this incredible match choreography at the start of like the graveyard, and like they float up with Terry Funk and Muta, and
it was the most Halloween-y part of this show.
Yeah.
If you skip the intro, there's not really a lot of Halloween vibes, other than like a few people in like kind of half-assed costumes in the crowd.
Yeah. They
would get much more gimmicky and Halloween-y with it as the years go on.
They cut the Gordon Solie, whose microphone doesn't work at the start, and it's very funny. But to start the first match, Gary Michael Capetta, not the best ring announcer.
One of the best.
One of the best, but not the best.
Yeah.
So first match is Mike Rotunda against the Z-Man.
Yeah.
Wow, yay. I feel like we're the biggest Z-Man fans of this show.
I think he's fine.
So I swear to God, this entire crowd booed both guys multiple times. Mm-hmm. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah. And
then no lady, it's the commentators, Jim Ross, no lady is calling Tom Zank the Z-Man. No.
Yeah, he said that he got that nickname from the ladies. What I liked about this match, I like how Mike Rotunda cheated his way up the ropes.
That was good.
So he had like his legs wrapped around Z-Man in a head scissors, and he started holding off on the low rope, and then after that he moved up to the middle rope, and then maybe a minute or two later he has him in an abdominal stretch and he's using the top rope. So he cheated with every rope in this match.
I really appreciate him. Mike Rotunda, really underrated guy, honestly. I enjoy Jim Ross explaining the rules of wrestling every time he does it, but this is a pay-per-view, man. This is somebody's first wrestling match.
People know what's up.
So, I like the head scissor a lot.
A cross-body finish, by the way.
That was really interesting.
Don't see that very often.
I gave us 2 3/4. It was very close to a 3.
3 1/4.
It was very close to a 3 for me.
Right over there, a fine pay-per-view match that would have made an incredible TV match.
Yeah, that's what I agree. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And then our next match, oh man, I was so excited to get Dr. Death. Dude, this is gonna rule. Mm-hmm. And then his teammates, but the other team, Fatu, which is Rikishi, Samu, which is the dad of Lance and Noai, and the Tonga Kid, who is the dad of Jacob Fatu.
Yep.
So, the bloodline.
Yep. We can never escape them.
I asked, has the Fatu family has it ever not been in wrestling?
Yeah,
I swear to God.
But these particular Samoans were pretty boring.
Yeah, Rikishi didn't have it yet. Tonga Kid wasn't as good as his son. Mm-hmm. Samu and Lance. But I really liked Dr. Death this match.
Dr. Death was awesome in this match.
He ruled.
This was a really long match with a bad finish, but Dr. Death was perfect.
Dr. Death fought all three of them at the same time, multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice power slam from Fatu. And then Cornette costs the team the match. And Jim Cornette sucks. Dumb finish. My enjoyment of this match was entirely dependent on if Dr. Death was in it or not.
Yeah.
2 1/4. Same,
2 1/4. And without the Dr. Death spots, it would have been like a 1.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, not.
If this is just a Samoan SWAT team against
Midnight Express,
it'd be a bad match.
Yeah,
which is weird because the Samoan SWAT team have good matches. This didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then we get a Terry Funk promo, and you know I'm always here for the Terry Funk promo.
I'm sure you wrote this down.
He's introducing a new dance craze, the 10,000 watt boogie.
Yeah, that was so weird.
And he's going to introduce to fried chicken, which has already been introduced via Ric Flair.
Yeah.
God, I love
weird promo.
I love Terry Funk so much.
Great shape. Terry Funk in great shape.
Oh, dude, this is the best shape he's ever been in.
Yeah.
And then we get another pretty bad match.
Yep.
The Cuban Assassin, no entrance on the pay-per-view.
Yep.
Against Tommy Rich, who the crowd isn't behind.
No.
Tommy Rich wins. I said that at the beginning of the match.
Past Tommy's prime. Yeah. Really bad, boring match. I have a note here. That was the worst sunset flip I've ever seen.
Oh, it was so bad.
Flip sunset, master of the sunset flip is rolling in his grave.
he's sunset flipping in his grave. Come on.
Yeah.
I give it 1.5.
I give it 1.
Okay.
This match sucked.
Wow.
This was a garbage match.
I can't remember the last time I was more positive on a WCW match than you were.
Yeah.
So then we get another not very good match to me.
I think this one was solid.
Shane Douglas, pre the franchise, pre even Dean Douglas.
Yep.
And Johnny Ace.
Pre-Japan.
The Dynamic Dudes, who I will now be only referring to as the Dudes, against the Freebirds.
Yeah.
I liked the finish. It was a very, very Freebird move.
Garvin and yeah.
I also kind of liked that the Freebirds kind of realized that the crowd was going to cheer them on what they did.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, too.
I liked them kind of adjusting the mid-match, yeah. Garvin and Hayes were great at this time. Neither of the Dynamic Dudes really had found their stride yet.
No.
Like I said, Shane Douglas, his best stuff will come in ECW. Johnny Ace, his best stuff will come in All Japan, and that one match with John Cena in 2012. Just kidding. Pretty good match, nothing incredibly special. 3 stars.
I'll give it 2.
Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of it. I like the finish. The finish of when the big dudes move for the wipeout and Johnny Ace gets pulled by Michael Hayes. I liked that. It seems very Freebirdy.
When was the last time you saw a card this stacked with tag team matches? Like, usually a lot of tag team matches isn't very interesting.
A Japanese show, but that's never like the big shows.
But like the Freebirds,
they were good,
and the Dynamic Dudes in this match, right? They're at least decent, right? Yeah. We had the Midnight Express in the Samoan SWAT team earlier.
Yeah.
We have Doom coming up is Doom and the Steiners.
Yeah.
And then we have the Road Warriors and the Skyscrapers later. This is a stacked tag team division. Like, this might be one of the greatest tag team divisions of all time. The NWA, WCW.
Outside of when All Japan decided to put the 4 pillars in tag teams against each other, this could be like the best tag division ever. Mm-hmm. So, and to me, what sucks is that the matches aren't a big, huge fan of. I don't like the style that
some of them.
Put out here.
Yes, some of these teams are not as good in the ring, but they're good characters.
Road Warriors.
They're action figure wrestlers. Yeah.
Then we get another fantastic promo. The Steiners give a promo. Scott is the one you can understand. What the hell is Rick Steiner saying here?
Here's like, how did Scott end up being the more unhinged one? It was so easy for him to just not be as unhinged as Rick. And yet here we are in 2024.
I couldn't understand a damn word Rick Steiner said.
Mm-hmm. And then we get to the match. There's a point in this where Jim Ross just calls Rick Steiner Dogface. And that's foul, dude. You can't just call him Dogface. Yeah, he's the... bless you. He's the Dogface gremlin, but don't just call him Dogface.
He's a little Dogface. I loved Doom's entrance here. Mm-hmm. It was. I mean, first of all, I just love Doom.
Yeah, Doom's awesome. We've talked about it so many times. Doom.
Scott and Rick kick absolute butt. I thought for most of this match that Doom didn't get enough offense in. Mm-hmm. And then Doom guy won, who I believe was Butch Reed.
I think Doom won's Ron Simmons.
No, the first guy to do this move. Doom guy 1 was hitting a sung on a barricade, and Doom guy 2 is hit the same exact same thing.
Yeah,
I liked that.
It was hard to keep track of them with the masks on.
Yeah,
and the video quality of the era.
Doom wins via cheating.
They do a assisted pile driver at one point, 3.5 on my scale. Just not. If you gotta have a buddy help you, that's not.
So you like the Meltzer driver, stuff like that. Doom wins via cheating when woman gives them a something to put in their mask.
Yeah,
very original actually.
Cheating in a way that's not bad. It was a good finish. Still, I still was fine with it.
Also, I said, but they didn't get caught, so it's all good because it's Doom and they rule. I give it 3.
You have 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I give this 4.25.
Wow.
This match was awesome.
See,
dude.
I liked it, but I just
here. Let me find my.
I just think the style.
Where's that last WCW show we did?
Oh, WCW just doesn't click with me.
Yeah, so this wasn't as good as their match at Capital Combat.
I'd agree.
The Capital Combat match was much better. I almost gave the Capital Combat match 5. But this was 4.25. I really, really loved this match. The last tag team match that we will have is the one where the style is my problem.
Okay.
But this one, Doom and the Steiner Brothers, really good. I don't know if you wrote anything about the Lex Luger interview.
I did not.
After this,
because it was kind of boring.
Gordon Solie drops the coldest line at the end. Afterwards, he asks Lex Luger, how many times have you been champion? And Lex Luger says that doesn't matter and storms off. And then Gordon goes, ladies and gentlemen, he has been champion more than once, which means he can be beat.
That's, I remember that.
After Lex just like going off on how unbeatable he is.
That is literally...
Gordon Solie did not like
that
Lex
is
Luger.
Literally the line of the night.
In my conspiracy theory is that there's backstage heat between Gordon and Lex Luger.
There had
Gordon
to be.
Solie and Lex Luger.
That was out of pocket, man.
Yeah. And then we get into Luger's match.
It's just really good wrestling.
Yeah, it was really fast paced for the time.
There were some spots I really liked.
Mm-hmm.
I liked this match. We got really good after Luger flew over the top rope.
Yep.
And I tell you what, that stun gun for the win was really good too.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think there was some great. Pillman has some awesome high flying stuff, cross bodies, stuff like that. I think these guys just had good chemistry together.
What'd you give it?
3.5.
I give it 4.
Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much again. That's another one you're more excited on. But yeah, that was just a really good match. I really liked it.
Yeah, this next match I would have liked more if it didn't have a WCW type finish.
Yeah.
The Skyscrapers, Sid Vicious looking far less dapper, and Dan Spivey,
yep,
against the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk,
with Paul Ellering at their side.
Yes, Teddy Long looking much more dapper than Sid ever could.
Yep.
I think this is the optimal kind of matchup for the Road Warriors. It's 2 big dudes.
Yeah.
Because then their moves look way cooler.
I guess that's true. For me, it was just another long, boring Road Warriors match.
Yeah, the rush isn't really there. I gave it 2.5.
I gave it 1.5. DQ finish. It probably would have been 2.5 with like a real finish.
Yeah.
The DQ finish was bad. It was just, like I said, it was long and boring. And I'm realizing the more we go back to WCW, how much I just don't like the Road Warriors. Like they just aren't for me, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. So, all right, and then the last match.
The reason I picked this show.
Thunderdome. No, this isn't. I was calling it Flair for the Gold.
No.
This is the Thunderdome match. It is Sting and Flair, the 4 Horsemen, against Terry Funk and Great Muta.
Yeah, settling the score is what they called this one.
The official Shane Price WCW tag team.
Yeah, Terry Funk and Great Muta.
And I first was, you expect me now to cheer for the bad guys in this match? You are out of your mind.
I mean, I'm a big Sting guy, so I was behind Sting the whole way.
Bruno Sammartino being the one man able to referee this match is weird. Because it's just like, I mean, I like the idea, but it's just a cage match.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be, they're playing it up. It's an electrified cage that catches on fire immediately.
We'll get to that. Gary Hart and Ole Anderson, the official title of Designated Terminator, which sounds so much cooler than it probably is.
I don't know if it's just because the word Terminator is in it, but Designated Terminator sounds like a really bad action movie from like 95.
You're right.
Like, you know what I mean?
You're right.
Like if the Terminator franchise didn't exist, there would have been a Steven Seagal movie called The Designated Terminator or something.
Bad action movie, great tag team name.
Yep.
And as I said, the cage lowers and it's on fire right away.
Yeah, just immediately on fire.
And my favorite bit, the great Muta tries to put out was green mist.
Yeah,
that was awesome. I loved it.
This was just a really fun action-packed match.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of notes on it because it was just a lot of.
Yeah, I didn't either. But for WCW, this was really a really good match.
I loved the climbing on the cage stuff that they did. I know Funk and Flair had some fun stuff there.
For the time, it was really surprising what they did.
They got in some good mat wrestling. Of course, with Flair, you had some figure 4 stuff. It was really good. I think figure 4 with the Sting doing a diving crossbody was really awesome towards the end of the match. Yeah, I really liked it.
What'd you give it?
4.5.
I gave it 4.5 too.
Yeah,
so
this was a really, really good.
It was a good match. This was the first.
This was match of the night for me.
This is the first event of WCW I've watched that had moments I really liked. So.
Yeah, this was a really good one. This was we finally found like the really solid matches. It's just what's bad about this card.
The bad ones are really bad.
The lows are even lower than usual, but the highs are even higher than usual. In the categories,
best moments. I'm gonna give it to when Great Muta put out the fire.
I'll give it to what I was just talking about, the figure 4 splash
body,
combo.
Yeah, okay.
I like that a lot.
That's fair.
I really like that move. Yeah.
MVP. I'm gonna say Sting.
I'm gonna go Doom.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go Doom for MVP of the night.
That's fair.
They were just so menacing. I really liked him. Sting, though, obviously had a great performance, too. I love Sting. A match is really good when 1989 Sting is like the 3rd best or 4th best guy in the match. Like when he had to put on like the 4th best performance in the match, in my opinion. I thought Muta, Funk, and Flair outshined him, but he's still Sting, dude. Like, it's awesome.
Heat check, Gordon Solie.
Gordon Solie,
for that line.
The Gordon Solie line. Ladies and gentlemen, he has been champion more than once, which means he can be beat.
I love that. That's so good. This is Apex Mountain for you. Because Noah was me. This one's definitely for you.
Okay. This is probably the apex of Muta in America. Specifically Muta in America.
Yeah.
I would probably give it the apex for that. Other than that, I don't think we hit any apexes in this. I think that might be the only one for me. There's just everybody else just has better stuff.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. Apex Mountain for the Thunderdome. Is this better than the WWE Thunderdome from the COVID?
Yeah, actually, didn't they both catch fire?
Yeah, I think they did. I forgot about that.
Thunderdome. Surprise of the show. I'm not going to give it to the fire, but legitimately that was the most surprising thing in the show. I want to say I'm going to give it to the fact that Tom Ishman was on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think for me, surprise of the show. What really surprised me? The Gordon Solie line came out of nowhere. I think because he's always so calm and collected and just like a straight up interviewer, but him showing some character just caught me off guard. So I'll go with that. I'll go with the Gordon Solie just roasting Lex Luger.
And then recasting. Let's recast the Thunderdome match.
Okay. So this is interesting. So it's got to be 2 guys on the one side that are really great, have had a really heated rivalry, because it's Sting and Flair. Guys you wouldn't expect to team up.
Well, you do expect to team up. You're waiting for when Flair turns on Sting.
Yeah.
So that being said,
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah,
they team up and you're just waiting for Owens to turn.
Yeah, that's right.
Every single time.
And then we get the dream team of Muta and Terry Funk.
Okay, so who is your Terry Funk right now?
Mark Briscoe almost.
Mark Briscoe? I do like that. I like that a lot. And who is Great Muta to you?
Oh, man.
Super over in America, astronomically over in Japan.
So
is it Okada? Is it Shinsuke?
I want to say it's...
Is it Okada? Is it Mark Briscoe and Okada?
I'm going to go for Okada, yeah.
So it would be Steen Erico versus the dream team of Mark Briscoe and Kazuchika
That'd be
Okada.
a fun match.
In a Thunderdome. Who are the designated Terminators? For Okada and Mark Briscoe.
Okada and Mark Briscoe, it would be Toriano.
Yes.
And for Steen Jericho, it would be Kerry Silken.
I was going to say it would be Excalibur.
Yeah.
And who's Bruno Sammartino? Who's the referee? Is it
Austin?
Is it Sting?
Yeah, it could be Sting. Yeah, you're right.
Could be Austin.
I'd say
Hogan.
No,
Hogan would hog the spotlight too much. He would
Hogan
hog
would
the
get
spotlight
involved, man.
Yeah. Sammartino. Yeah, we could go Austin or Sting.
Austin or Sting.
Either one of them. And then next up.
Next category is best double feature. I'm gonna leave this to you because I know I picked some insane Terry Funk match.
On the Capital Combat, we suggested this Halloween Havoc with that one, so that still stands. If you want to watch the Doom Steiner match there, I think you could pair this with the Flair Terry Funk match we watched from Clash of the Champions.
Yeah, okay.
We reviewed that shortly after Terry Funk passed away. Let me get that. That is Clash of the Champions 9 from the next month. It's an I Quit match. It's a really good match.
Really good. It's 5 stars.
So.
And then because I am a absolute sicko, my Terry Funk match is the Onita Funk match from the 4th anniversary show, the no rope exploding barbed wire time bomb death match.
And you guys don't hear this, but everything with Shane somehow gets back to an FMW anniversary show all the time.
Just look at this.
Every week I hear about a different FMW anniversary shows. How long was FMW around?
11 years.
Yeah.
but look at this card. It's got Kendo.
It's got Kendo on it.
And the great Sasuke in the same team.
Yeah.
And Dr. Luther.
So Halloween Havoc 89. I don't think anything goes on the Criterion Collection.
No, because nothing was agreed on at all.
The Doom lands themselves in the Criterion Collection of pay-per-view debuts. This is one of the best pay-per-view debuts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But that's more specific thing, not in the overall Criterion Collection. Classic Hot Dog, Classic Handshake. What do you give? You can't give it to the main event.
Doom
and the
Steiners, man.
Yep.
Doom Steiners.
Absolutely, that is what I have.
I even bumped my rating up for that match to 4, honestly. So.
Yeah.
So out of 10, 6.5.
I give it a 4.
No,
there's a lot of low
right.
stuff.
Yeah, not 6.5. I'm digging too high. I'll go 4 too.
4. Okay. So yep. So just an almost okay show, I guess.
Yeah, it's just alright, you know. Yep. Like the highs were. They said the highs.
Like I said, the highs were really high. Lows were really low. So
one
very
of these
polarizing.
days we'll find a good WCW match.
Yeah, like one that's good all the way through.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard. There's a reason they're the company that died.
All right, that's going to do it here for Halloween Havoc 98. Stay tuned. We have, I believe, WrestleMania 23 next.
I can check the schedule. Yeah, WrestleMania 23 next week.
So that's going to be fun. Stay tuned for that. And, of course, we have some more coming up. This year will be fun. Next year will be even more fun. We got some stuff, news kinds of things like that next year. So stay tuned and enjoy wrestling.